welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I do short lunch break with Shel video tutorials Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Central Standard Time. I also do Facebook Lives Wednesday nights at 6:30. Today we are going to be having a play with the Best Day stamp set. I love this stamp. It just makes me smile. I've made several cards with this, and today's card is going to be a fun fold. We are also going to be using balmy blue and white variegated ribbon, the 1 3/4 inch circle punch, as well as the decorative circle punch. We need some Memento black ink, and I have dark real red, number 500, dark and light granny apple green, light smoky slate blends, plus I have a Pacific Point Stampin' Right marker. Just going to set those to the side for right now. And we're going to work on the fun fold. I'm going to bring in my scoreboard here. And our first piece of this card, this is going to be a faux easel card. All right, the first piece of cardstock for our card base is 5.5 by 8.5. And I've pre-scored this, but I'm just going to show you guys. Oops, let's flip it over. I have scored this at the 1 inch mark. I've scored this at the 2 inch mark. And I've scored this at the 5 1/4 inch mark. Okay. The second piece that we need is 11 by 3, and I have scored this in half at 5.5. And the final piece that we need is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, and there's no scoring on that one. Okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to, oh, I forgot something. I got ahead of myself and I forgot something. I don't have my DSP. And I haven't even chosen one. So we will do that together. I thought I was being very smart and getting things done ahead of schedule and ready to go. And guess what? I messed up. So I need something that either has granny apple green or I don't think I'm going to find it here. So my three colors are Pacific Point, Real Red, and Granny Apple Green. I'm just going to remove my microphone for a second and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I needed to go on a hunt for some DSP. So I have brought in the Butterfly Kisses DSP because I need something with at least one of these colors in it. And Parakeet Party is going to be close enough, I think. Let's pull some of this out and have a good look. That one's nice. Like that one. I don't really want to bring any more colors in than I already have. I think I'm going to go with that one. All right, we'll just set that to the side and bring in my paper trimmer. And the DSP I need is 5 1/4 by 3. So 5 1/4 by 3. There's the 3. And there's the 5 1/4. All right, now we have all our bits. Let's see if we can make a fun fold. Okay, we need a bone folder. So the first fold is going to be a mountain fold. Next, it's going to be a valley. And the last one's going to be a mountain. So this is what you're going for. And then our other piece is just going to simply be folded in half. So that's what we're going for. Okay. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to put this DSP on here. Let me get my big Tombow. Get it started here. I don't want it to gush. And we will get this put down on this little panel on the front. We're just going to center that up the best we can, and I can do better than that. There we go. So there is our DSP. Now this is going to get attached centered on the front, like so. Centered. Do a better job at centering than that was. And then it's going to attach around the back side as well. Okay, so let's have a peek here. This is 5 1/2. So I am going to find a pencil. There it is over here. And I am going to make a mark right there. And on the back side as well. Just so I have a little guide. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. This one's 3 inches, so at 1.5 inches, I'm going to put a little dot. And on this side as well. There we go. All right. Now all we have to do is line those dots up. So I'm going to just take a gander here at where I'm going to need to put my glue. So I've got my finger there so I don't go past that area. I'm going to lay this out flat and connect my dots. And hopefully we are successful. I'm going to erase that dot so that we don't see it. And then back here, I'm going to fold this all back up again. We are going to do the same thing, just eyeball where we're going to put our glue. And then we're just going to simply fold it shut. Give that a little press. And there is our bow easel card. Now all we have left to do is to decorate. So this piece here, I should hold it sideways so you can see what it looks like. This piece here is going to go on the front of our card, just as a little matte layer. But before I put it on there, I'm going to actually decorate the card. So I've taken a piece of this balmy blue and white variegated ribbon, and I colored it with the Granny Apple Green marker. And I'm just going to make a little bow detail. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap a piece around and bring it in my Scotch tape here. I'm going to wrap a piece around first. And then I will make a knot or a bow or something with the excess. All right, let's get some ribbon scissors and trim that off. There we go. Now, the other elements that I have for this card, and that looks crooked to me. Let's get that scooted down in place. I have punched a circle with the decorative circle punch. That's going to be a matte layer. I have a white 1 3/4 inch circle, and then I have pre-stamped and colored this cute little cupcake kitty with his balloon. And I also have stamped on the Granny Apple Green, "It's the best day, happy birthday." So, I'm not sure. I think maybe I might spin this around. It's the best day. And then this little guy. And then happy birthday. And then we'll do something with this. Let's try a bow first. See if we like a bow. Oh yeah, that's going to work. And then we'll put that bow right down there. Now you'll notice that this green is not a perfect match, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect because we weren't starting with all white ribbon to start with. It was partially white and partially blue. So it's not a perfect match, but it will go. So that's good. So I think that's how I'm going to lay that out. So if you just bear with me a minute or two, I'm going to put these elements together and get them put on our card. Not like that. I think I'm going to put this guy on dimensionals. As you can see, I misstamped when I did it the first time, so I had to turn my cardstock over. But that's okay. There's two sides to cardstock for a reason. All right. Oh, I guess we have a couple more. Thought we were down to edges, but we're not. And now we are. So I'm just going to snip this and use this one on his party hat. There we go. Now we just have to remove all these little backings. I didn't figure you needed to watch me color that little guy and fussy cut him out because there's no dye. That's just a whole lot of time consuming. There we go. Now, I think I'm going to angle this one intentionally up top. I'm going to bring in my other glue. This is Tombow with just like a needle tip, so it doesn't come out too quickly and I can get little fine lines. So there, it's the best day. And then happy birthday. Just like that. There we go. Now we need a glue dot or two. Get rid of some of this stuff. And should be able to press that right in and pick that up. And now we need a couple for those tails. 1, 2. All right, that's much easier to work with. It's all together as one element. So now we can just glue this right down to the front. Bring our card base back in and center this up like so. I'm going to give that a press and hang on to that for just a minute because of that Scotch tape that's on the back of that, holding that ribbon down. All right, while we have a minute to let that dry, I'm going to reach into the archives. I sound like the Friendly Giant. And here's the boot. I have some of these old dots. I think they were called candy dots many, many moons ago. But as you can see, they're going to perfectly coordinate with this card. So pardon the color and the retired product, but sometimes a girl's got to do what she's got to do. That, my friends, is perfectly coordinated. And you can see that this DSP is not Granny Apple Green. It's the Parakeet Party, but it goes well enough. And the way this card is designed, it will not fall over. It will stand up no matter what. Isn't that cool? So that, my friends, is our card for today. Now, if you want, you could put a piece of white on the back here so that you can have a nice place to write your greeting. But that is our card. I hope you enjoyed it. I will have a tutorial, as usual, on my blog with the blog post. So you'll have all the measurements and you can make your own. I'd love to see what you come up with. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.